No one should die of a preventable disease. That's the call to action of the Southeastern San Diego Cardiac Disparities Project, which aims to prevent heart attacks and strokes in the African American community. To accomplish this, the project brings together the faith community with healthcare providers. This unprecedented partnership has transformed the many hearts it has touched. To begin this journey, we at Btsd San Diego, as the project organizer, reached out to the historical heart of the community, the Black Church, led by United African American Ministerial Action Council.
Btsd San Diego, we had a lot of questions for them. One question would be, could we really trust them? And could we trust the healthcare system? And would they really partner up with us? Would they really allow us to take the lead, being the community, on this project? So it was really interesting. But we found out that they were really who they said that they were going to be. And we found out they really did what they said that they were going to do. But not only did they stick with us, they allowed our ideas and our suggestions to be really how this vehicle was guided. So we really began to build a relationship with them, and they with us. But one of the things that we had to ask is, first of all, was everyone taking their medication? And were they going to doctors regularly? We found out that there was an issue of racism dealing with this issue. Not that our people did not want to go to the hospitals or to their doctors or their physicians, but they didn't feel that they were getting the same treatment, the same medication, the same care, or even shared with the same interests. And so therefore, they were afraid of the doctors. They were afraid of going in and not feeling that they were going to get the right treatment. But one thing that was good about it is Btsd brought in physicians who were contrary to the way that they believed that physicians were. We have physicians that worshiped with us. They actually came into our congregations on their own time, not being paid, and even bringing their families.
Each congregation is checking their members' blood pressures regularly, teaching healthy cooking and eating, and promoting physical activity.
In big meetings and in small private conversations, community members and healthcare providers have listened to each other's experiences. This extraordinary dialogue has opened the door for doctors to better understand their African American patients and vice versa, significant given the lack of historical trust between them.
To date, the project has 22 faith partners with their own programs. Thousands more community residents are monitoring their blood pressures regularly. We have formed a great learning community that meets monthly to share best practices and to explore new opportunities to promote health. Members of the San Diego Black Nurses Association are now embedded in each church as master teachers and mentors. The American Heart Association is implementing its signature blood pressure self-monitoring program, Check, Change, and Control, in each church. The project has received national honors and serves as a model nationwide. And we're just getting started. We want to expand this project to all churches in the region.
One of the things we did know that was giving us problems health-wise was heart disease. And so we started just with taking numbers, because blood pressures and things like that, once people see that they are not where they think they should be numbers-wise, they start to think differently. And so after we had people consistently taking blood pressures, we instituted the Daniel Plan, which is an eating plan. We got more active. We started exercise ministries. And we've seen an overall increase in not only the energy in our congregation, but the overall health. So as our heart health got better, so many other places got better health-wise. We've seen more volunteerism, we've seen more active reaching out. And so just getting ourselves a little bit more healthy allowed us to be a little more evangelistic. And that's the goal, but God gets the glory throughout the entire process. And so we want to make sure that people have a great quality of life. And so what we believe that will do is impact us not only as a church, but allow us to have a greater reach into the community. And once we can do that with our community members who are outside of our sanctuary, we can start to rebuild our communities. So the heart is the seat of everything. Nothing can be right if your heart isn't right, and that's spiritually and physically. And so if you want a better quality of life, it all begins with the heart.
One of the things that we've done at the Church of Jesus Christ We've implemented on every third Wednesday night, instead of our traditional Bible study, we have a Bible study time frame that's dedicated to healthy eating and this project. Once you start on a low scale, it shouldn't take much for you to adopt, this is my lifestyle. I don't eat this. This doesn't work for me. I'm not going to eat that. Or if I'm going to eat it, I'm only going to eat a little. I'm not going to eat all of it. I'm not going to eat like I used to, because I've learned better now. And that's the point we're trying to drive home to people.
Coming from, a background of just pretty much eating whatever, to now get to a point where the quality of life is more important than what I eat. So having that opportunity to prepare food in such a healthy way and it still tastes good has been very impactful for me. Support is key. I mean, can I go to the gym and exercise myself? Absolutely. But how long is that really going to last if I don't have that mindset? So having that support, building that community is very important, because that's what this project offers.
I was, 40 years old. I have 2 young kids, and I was taking insulin shots twice a day. I was taking, 5 pills of metformin a day as well. And so that was just too much for me to bear. And I said, you know what, something has to change. And so I began my journey to changing my lifestyle and began to look at my lifestyle holistically. There's one thing about just coming to church and getting fed spiritually, but then I had to learn how to incorporate good food as well as far as my physical health is concerned. Well, the impact of the lifestyle was that I no longer had to take insulin twice a day. So I haven't taken insulin in about 3 years. No longer had to take any medication. I feel better. Being able to outpace my kids when it comes to running and being able to do things with them that previously used to leave me breathless. Now I'm able to, pretty much have more stamina than them. So that's been the impact. And then plus you feel better about yourself.
When I came to Mount Olive about 12 years ago, I had gone through a cancer diagnosis and chemotherapy, and when I got to Mount Olive, I discovered that 22% of the congregants were cancer survivors as well. So when I stand behind the sacred desk and preach about the love of God, I'm not talking about what I heard, I'm talking about what I know, and they sense that type of, here's a man who's gone through this. Look, we are blessed with people who are excellent cooks. They know cooking, they know how to do it. And so what we try to do is introduce other ways, I was going to say healthier ways, but other ways that would help the congregation become a little more conscious of salt, of too much sugar, of lack of exercise even. So we try to do it incrementally, and we're finding we have success. And so what we do inside the church has broad impact. Outside the church, they have relatives, they have friends who are outside the church, but they see that our pastor wants us to be healthy, exercise, proper diet, and it seems to have a spawning effect, going out to contacting other people who say, hey, I want to be a part of what's going on at Mount Olive.
Pastors, we want to personally invite you and your congregations to be a part of this great movement to save lives in our community.